Only after you threatened to cut down my stand. I just called them.
Just why didn't you wait till I cut it down?
Well, because it's destruction of property. That's illegal. You're going to cut down my stand? Do you think that's right?
Well, I don't know if I ever said
You got screws and nails I see that are going into that tree, and that's against the law.
No, it's not actually.
I didn't know
that
if I ever
regulation.
said that. What's the matter?
Talks about wildlife management areas. That's what it's talking to when it refers to about screws and nails.
You just rattled a lot of
All
people.
stands
Got a
must
lot of
have
people
owner
involved that
identification
don't
on
know
them,
anything
which we
about
do.
it.
Only portable stands that are used for damaged trees.
State parks and state recreation areas.
Well, we're in state anywhere, public hunting.
No, that's for state
So
parks. This is not a state park.
That goes with potlatch areas too. We released them 80 acres from potlatch, and that's what I read on potlatch too.
That was that must have been their rules, but actually with public land you can. But it's beside the point. But okay, but what's
Besides the point, no, we didn't. If I did, I'd tell you.
your
And I did.
father told me you did.
My father wasn't here. He doesn't know anything.
The day I was here on Thursday night.
He assumed that we did it, but we didn't.
I climbed up that ladder.
It's not saying that it didn't cross my mind.
Well, but why would you do that?
Why would I do what?
Tear down a ladder. Why would it cross your mind?
Why? Because we've been here since 1959.
So you're
right.
trying to push me out.
No, you're pushing us out. We've been here before you, dude.
I was here Saturday morning. Nobody was here.
We have been here.
I was right here. You were walking here. When you pulled up there, I pulled up here. When you got in that deer stand, I was here.
Yeah, I was there first.
We don't do any damage to people's deer stands because our deer stands got damaged ourselves.
Well, what's the difference?
So we respect
It's a
them.
public area.
So
You
this is what
stayed
we
there, I
are.
stayed here. That's when the cop come and knocked on a window.
I offered to let you hunt down that way and I hunt across
Yeah,
this way,
that's
and
all
you
right.
told me,
You were
no,
watching here, right?
your words out of your mouth were, no, you get off my effing hunting spot. That was the words out of your mouth.
I don't remember saying anything
Well,
like
I'm
that.
sure you don't remember saying that, but that's what
Because
happened.
I've had problems with some guys over there, and they
What were they
chased their
doing?
Sons away, and I said, I can't chase you out of here. This is public land. And I said, you can't chase me out of here. I said, that's why we can both stand here.
You can't
I
hunt
don't
the same
talk like
area
that.
that
I
somebody's currently
I do
in.
not talk like that.
Right?
It's not me. That's not me.
We always stay out of it, just like everybody stayed out of this
How have
area
you-
because we've always had this place covered. My dad sits
How
here
can
every
you have a
morning.
place cover? If somebody goes and gets into your deer stand before you do in the morning, they have rights to it.
Says that you can't hunt in other people's hunting stands either.
No, it doesn't.
So it says in the manual.
It actually doesn't.
You know, I listened to an interview on the old Virginia station that Grams or whatever her name was interviewed McHugh, and McHugh just died here 2 weeks ago. He was a game warden from Virginia. And she asked him, what if someone's occupying somebody else's stand or hunting in their area? And the way he put it was, a good sportsman will honor somebody else's area. That's exactly what he said.
I agree. I agree. And
exactly
tearing down somebody's stand is not
The
honoring.
only reason I'm here, I cannot walk.
I understand. And
I cannot walk.
I told you
I got a
guys the other
walker.
night, I said, I'll hunt here when he's not here.
When I can't,
Yeah, well, you can-
that's fine. That
Okay.
is fine.
They walked away
That
and
is
swore
fine.
at. They walked away and swore at me. They wouldn't talk to me anymore after I said that. So you
I
can't
don't
say
know,
that
I
this is
wasn't there.
fine and we're all being agreeable.
But I can't walk with a walker. In this
I
shit. There's no
understand.
fucking way.
And-
The
There's no
stand was
fucking
there
way.
before you built that, and that's already
And I've
coming
been
across
here-
our deer stand.
And I've been
That's
here
not a
since-
stand.
Yes, it is. Well, I could sit on a 5-gallon bucket. That's a stand.
Well, yeah, okay. That's a
That's
stand.
a blind.
elevator. A blind. It's something.
It's something
It was
different.
some. Okay, but you have to understand.
So in other words, you're going to carry a deer stand when you're walking through the woods, when you're driving all deer.
A lot of people bring portables, but yeah, you know, I mean, even the same thing.
Well,
This was an area that it looked like kids were drinking in.
what do you think we pick up the beer cans?
Okay.
We mow down the lawn right there so my dad can get back here with the car. We mow the grass. I turn
We-
around,
we
made
mow
a
it-
little
we
clearing
mow it
right
every
there so I
year
can
there.
park my
I know.
four-wheelers in there. Doesn't that tell you that it's occupied?
I just thought those were tracks from kids coming in. It didn't look mowed, but you know, I
We
mean,
try keeping kids out of here, and this is why we're having an issue with you right now. And we're trying to solve it. We do have people coming out here that are trashing it all the time.
by cutting down my ladder.
I didn't cut down your
Why-
ladder.
if I'm
Who
not
did?
Words
here-
of my mouth. I do not know.
Well, he said you did.
If I'm not
He
here,
doesn't know anything.
If I'm not here, you can be here anytime I want. I'm not stopping that.
Well, that's not what happened to
I've
start
had my
with.
deer stand shot up.
Why was okay Sunday
I've had
night when he
people
came
turn around,
down?
break windows out of my deer stand. I had people come into my deer
I believe
stand.
it.
Used up all my heat when I got out there. I had no heat in my deer stand. I had to go back to town another hour and a half later to get heat for my fucking deer stand in order for me to sit in my deer stand.
But this is public land. Everybody has equal right to it.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so why on Sunday night when I'm sitting up here, I hear the two of you guys all the way down there swearing and saying he's in our effing stand again?
I didn't hear that. I had the four-wheeler running.
You turned him off because I could hear you from the second power pole down. And then you get closer and Lenny, you're Lyle. No, you're Lenny. Lyle yells at me saying, I see you going into the woods there.
Why did you have to call the DNR and everybody else in this
Because
place?
you're harassing me 2 days in a
We
row.
didn't harass you. We talked to you.
Didn't talk to me. Nobody ever talked to me. You
talked
yelled
to
at me. You yelled at me to start
I
with.
don't yell at anybody.
You're yelling at me right now?
This cop is yelling at me.
Yeah, because you had a gun pointed at me.
I did not point any gun at you.
It was sitting there in your lap
It
pointed this way.
was cradled across my hair.
You had a loaded firearm pointed in the direction of somebody
I
else.
did not even pay any attention.
I know
was
you did.
myself up
Obviously, you didn't pay attention. It was careless.
You see, you turn every fucking thing around.
Oh,
That's why we're in trouble here.
You mean
you're turning everything around.
Pointing a
Why don't
loaded
you
firearm
just
at something
shut
is
your fucking
turning.
mouth and leave everything go.
See, this is the attitude I dealt with to start
just
with.
leave
The
it go.
same language, the same words came out of your mouth
You
Saturday
listen,
morning.
when I get pissed, I swear.
Yeah.
And don't tell me to quit swearing.
I'm
but
not.
When I'm done,
You
when I'm
just
done
said you
arguing,
didn't.
when I'm saying my thing, then I'll apologize for the swearing. But when I get mad, the swear words come out. That's automatic.
Yeah, well, you just said I don't talk like that. When I quoted you earlier, you said I don't. Those
I did
words
not
don't come out of my mouth.
Or chase you out of here because this is public area, and I had the same trouble with a couple other guys years ago. There was a 30-day season, and they chased my boys out of here. So and I was on another stand, hunting area, and then he asked me, he says, "Are you going to stay in there?" I said, "Yeah." I says, "And I'm not telling you to leave." I says, "But you chased my boys out here, and that was wrong." I said, "This is private. This is a company. This is public property." And I said, "You guys can stand there. You guys." I said, "I'm a hunter." They were looking down the power line that way, and I was on the stand looking north. I said, "You don't have to leave." I said, "This is public property. I can't say anything, but don't think you can't tell me to get the hell out of here either." And that's how it went. Them guys stood there for about 10 minutes more, and then they left.
Right from the beginning of this, you started off with the yelling, with the swearing. My ladder was gone. I was here Thursday night. It was there. Cut down a few branches. Came on Saturday morning, and it's gone. You come here Saturday morning telling me your boys tore it down, and now they're lying to me telling me they didn't.
Well,
So who's lying, you or them? Somebody tore the ladder off my stand. Somebody came out here with
what out of your stand?
the ladder off my stand. Somebody came out here. Right. It was sitting there in there. There were steps. Somebody came out here with a screw gun, with a Torx bit, and unscrewed all my screws and pulled them out. They didn't just rip it off. They came out here intentionally with a screw gun and took it out.
Where?
Out of the tree. Well, you claimed they did, and you said that they would be back on Saturday night with a chainsaw to cut my stand down.
I don't remember all that stuff.
Yeah, you don't remember all that stuff. Conveniently, you don't remember all this stuff.
No, I don't remember that stuff. No.
Yeah, well, I remember that stuff. Very clearly remember that stuff because that's why I called the police. Because that's threatening. So, are we going to continue to have this problem? I mean,
I never to get you out of here in the first place.
You parked underneath my deer stand when I was there first. You can't do that.
What'd I do?
You parked right here, which is underneath my hunting area, while I'm here.
I parked here to line myself up over there.
You can't. I was here first.
I was with you when but I was sitting parked here when you got in your stand. We caught you together.
No, hardly. The only
Well,
reason it took
you,
me
we
that
got
long to
you
get in
together.
there,
And
because I had to
saw
climb
walk
in there
the
because
woods.
you
I
tore
saw
my ladder
walk
off.
in the woods, and I was right there with the car.
You pulled up after I was in. Doesn't matter. I was there first.
But
You
it was the
can't
same
park.
thing,
Yeah,
fucking road.
I would have, and I had no
Everybody knows
problem
that
with
we
that.
hunt here, and you're the only one at a whole iron range that doesn't know that we
You
hunt.
didn't have to rattle everybody's chain. We could have come to a compromise.
I agree. We should have, and right up from the
Well,
start, because I offered it. I said, why don't you pull up this way, hunt down that way, I'll hunt this way. And you said, F you, we're going to cut down your stand tonight. Get off my hunting area.
If I did, I apologize for that.
Okay, well, I accept your apology.
I don't remember saying it, but if I did, I apologize.
You certainly did. And
Well,
you told me somebody cut down my
It was
stand.
in spite, and that's why I don't remember it. But if I did, I apologize for it.
Okay. So if nobody's here and I go up in that stand, is somebody going to come down the trail again and start yelling at me? Are people going to come up here? Two prime times, Saturday morning and Sunday night, the opportunities I finally get to hunt here, somebody comes and is standing right here yelling at me while I'm trying to hunt deer. Is that a good way to hunt deer? When people are standing here yelling?
I don't know anything about that.
You do know, Saturday morning you were the one doing it, and you know that they were here.
Saturday, what was I doing here Saturday night?
Saturday morning, I said. Saturday morning you were here, you were the one yelling at me then, and these guys were here on Sunday night.
I don't remember. I don't remember hollering. I'm not that kind of a person, so. But if I did it, I apologize.
Okay. All right.
I might have done it in spite. I don't know.
Yeah. What you're trying to do is you're trying to push people out of here.
I didn't know. I didn't. I didn't see. I didn't.
You're trying to protect your land and push people out of here.
No, I never chased people out of here, and I had the same.
Your
problem
first words out of your mouth.
I had the same problem one time.
First words out of your mouth were here is "You're on my property."
No,
those are the very first words out of your mouth. You're trying to push people out of here. Why are you trying to push people out of here?
I hypered up if I said that.
Yeah.
If we hunt here, we're not pushing people out of here. We just don't want people to get shot.
People to get shot is that a threat? What are you saying?
No threat. Accident.